Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I've really been enjoying actually having a notebook and writing, physically writing. For so long, I would just use the computer, use my phone, and just tick, 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 because it's faster, for one, at least on the computer. On the phone, for the life of me, can't use the keyboard without having to correct more times than not. So, how are you this Wellness Wednesday? I was thinking of what to talk about tonight because I didn't really have anything planned, and sometimes you just have to go with it, right? So, I really feel that what we're doing is this endless journey, and I think it's important for us. I'm distracted by um, this this camera light. It's kind of driving me a little batty. Yeah, so it's all about perspective on this endless journey. Like when I say that term, endless journey, how does it make you feel? Do you feel like, oh God, is it ever going to end? Or do you feel, yeah, the potential? It can go on and on and on and on infinitesimally, if that can be a word. So if you're here, say hello in the comments. Let me know. Share that you're live so other people can come and see us. Because the more the merrier, right? I'm really getting used to living in a townhouse. I've been blessed to have my own house for 13 years, and the things you take for granted of having that own cushion of space around you, any noises you hear are from your home. They're not from someone who lives right next door to you and their staircase and their boom, 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 boom up and down the stairs. I'm getting used to that. And I'm telling you, I'm getting used to it. And it's always at the weirdest times too. Whereas I like to kind of jokingly say to my daughter too, when the neighbor is vacuuming, I say, it's like she's vacuuming by braille because it's like gung, gung, hitting the wall. I'm like, oh, I don't even want to know what the baseboards look like over there. Anyways, enough about that. How rude I am. Hey, Christina, good to see you. A little of both. Yeah, a little of both. Like feel good about the endless journey and feeling like when will it ever end? And really, it boils down to perspective, doesn't it? And we're definitely allowed to have our perspective. I give you permission to have your own perspective on things. And the beautiful thing is perspective shifts and changes. Just think of, the spectacles that you may or may not wear. When I don't wear them, things are a little fuzzier. I don't have the distracting reflection of the camera light on me, but it's also a little more difficult to see. But hey, I'm looking into a pinhole right now. You think I'm looking at you, but I'm looking into, yes, I'm looking at you. I'm looking into your soul in a good way. And then when it comes to actually reading the comments, because I see Sabrina, there she is. She's got now I can't even tell what that is. Oh, it's a hug. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you. Yeah, now I don't know why I leave them on because really I'm just talking. I have nothing, no cue. I'm just off by the seat of my pants here. Here I go. But yeah, perspective makes a world of difference. And there are days where the perspective is like, you know what? Sunny side up, glass is full, lemons are smelling great. And then there's the other side of the perspective where the lemons are sour and the glass is half empty and there's water all over the place. And you're just feeling a little shitty. But you have to honor it. You have to allow it. And it's part of life. And it really lets us remember and savor the sweet moments when they're around. So here's the thing. We want to think that when we're in kind of a bad slumpy state. We don't want to think that when we're happy and going, well, we're happy now, but we all know eventually the shit pile's going to get bigger and it's really going to start to smell. Well, we don't want to do that, do we? No, we want to stay upbeat, but realize that when the energy starts to wane, I'm a little off today. When it starts to peter out, that's when we want to remember to have hope, right? To have hope. Christina agrees. So true. Yeah. And when we have hope, I know I had an acronym somewhere for hope. When we have hope, we're allowing ourselves to be happy, right? Happiness only, help me out, people. What's an acronym for hope? Have only pleasant energy. Hey, there we go. You saw it in action. Did you see my brain cells just firing off there? Yeah, so mark that one in the comments, because you know what? When I channel stuff, sometimes it's gone. It's gone. Like my grade 9 algebra teacher used to say, it goes in one ear, takes a hell of a swirl, and goes right out the other. Oh, it's so good to have memories. So tonight, I really just wanted to pop in here to say hello, to give you my perspective on the endless journey, which isn't one big, long, dotted, straight line, right? We have to honor how it meanders and flows in a way that takes us off the beaten track sometimes, right? There we go. Hold on to peaceful energy. Thanks, Sabrina. We have to allow for serendipities to come into play and take us on a bit of a different journey. This is how life becomes an adventure. And when things start getting a little too monotonous, it's time to start thinking, how can I pepper things up? How can I spice things up a little bit so I can make, an adventure out of an ordinary moment in my life? Because it can't always be adventurous. I mean, there are those people that, they're always jumping off cliffs or, skydiving or whatever. But at the same time, for those of us like me, for example, that ain't happening. You have to find creative ways to stay in flow with good energy and to be happy. And there's multiple ways you can do it. All right. One is put on some great uplifting music that you enjoy. And once in a while, if I need to get out of a mood or get rid of, stuck energy and I can't go out anywhere, I'll put on some like hard rock or, some Metallica or something and crank it and just, and it really helps to release the energy and, slow things down and rebalance. Jackie, happy, optimistic, positive evolution. Yeah, awesome. I love it. Very nice. And yeah, music definitely helps. Music is very emotional. You can go from something that really can start to make you kind of cry to something that's so uplifting that your heart just is bursting with good energy, right? And another thing you could do is, what was I going to say now? Oh, you want to uplift yourself, put on something funny, put on, like YouTube comedy channel or something. I think Dry Bar, I think it's called. My daughter was telling me about that one. And it's great because it's clean, because I think if you have to use profanities to make it funny, then it's not really that funny. And hey, I swear like the best of them, like the rest of them. But if that's what it takes to make it funny, then, although there is a time and a place for it, I'm kind of waffling back and forth here. But yeah, putting on something that makes you laugh, or reading memes that make you laugh, cat video, animal videos, bloopers. These things just get us out of our head and just let us enjoy the silliness of life. Like, who doesn't like that? I mean, you don't want to plan your day to constantly be in a state of slapstick silliness. Well, I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you dedicate one day a week to it if you need that to uplift you. But what a difference in energy when you laugh. If I can break it down a little bit, there's a lot of things going on. There's some actual grounding that's happening. You're uplifting things vibrationally, but you're grounding away the things that have been kind of holding you down, keeping that energy heavy. And you're also, the endorphins start rising, and things start chemically going on in your physical body, and you just want more of it and more of it and more of it, right? And that just helps to carry you through to the other side of whatever that lower emotion was doing for you, right? Can anyone, what other thing do you ladies do that helps you through an emotion or anything that's causing you to feel that endless journey is just droning along? Going for a drive is, I like to do that. Now I can again. And today, for example, I had to go run some errands. So I didn't get to go out to nature or do this or that. I went from A to B to C to back home. And I had a great time. I had some good music on. I appreciated that the sun was shining for once. Thank you. Not being Groundhog Day. Thank you. Usually it's the other way around. Groundhog Day, it's super nice, and then the next day it rains. It's like, it's fun to believe in things like that. Oh, here we go. We got some samples. Walk in nature. Yeah, I love that. And really I just really look at everything happening, especially this time of year. There's actually little buds starting to pop out, and it's like, ooh, hope for spring. Jackie says bubble baths. Yeah, that's nice too. That's really nice. Love the sun today. We need more of it. Yes, we do. It really helped me, though. I'm glad I forced myself to go out. Like, I didn't need to go do these errands today, but I thought, you know what? If I wait, who knows what the weather's going to be tomorrow, right? We live in BC. You don't like the weather, wait a minute, it changes, right? So we decide, me, myself, and I decided that, hey, I'm going to do this today. And I was lucky I didn't have appointments that I needed to be here for, that I could, strike while the sun was shining. And that was great. I almost wish I went sooner, because then I would have had the time to maybe stop at a park or something. But you know what? It's okay. There'll be another day for that. I just made sure that I enjoyed the time and the freedom while I was out, and just, soaking that all in, even having to do just kind of droning errands. It is what it is. Yeah. So that's key to that endless journey, is knowing that there's little rest stops along the way. There's little vantage points and viewpoints for you to take, to take away from the monotony of everyday life. But you have control over that. And on those times where you're just like, ugh, you have a choice. You have a choice to be that. Oh, God. Or you can shift it. And when, you're optimistic and feeling good, like now, you're like, yeah. But when you're like this, and then you hear me say that, it's like, Lorraine, come on. You just want somebody to come in and kind of take over and go, here, do this. But I mean, you've probably been in that situation before when someone suggests something and you shoot it down every time. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Because you just get in that mood, you know? Or is it just me? Because it happens to me too. But you have to decide to wallow or decide to get out of it and find something to do. That's Christina. So appreciate you and your energy. Oh, thank you. The sun recharged me. Look out, world. No. Yeah, it really makes a difference for me personally. And since you brought that up, Christina, because I was doing some work prior to this, and I was waffling about, oh, should I just keep working on this? Should I do my Wellness Wednesday? And I'm like, you know what? I'm committed. I'm committed to do this. If something comes up and I can't, then I can't. But something as minor as me like, oh, should I push through and stay on what I was doing? But no, because I'm here. I'm here because I know that you're here and you look forward to it. And that feeds me. That feeds my energy. So I went from just kind of droning along, doing my thing, the endless journey, to feeling excited and having the energy that I do. I mean, it's 7:20 p.m. and I've got lots of energy until I turn the camera off, and then I'll probably settle down a little bit. But when you can help other people, if you're like me, if you're an empath, if you are a light worker, which is someone who likes to uplift other people and guide other people, that is how you recharge. But there's a catch-22. If you do it too much, if you put your needs to the side to barrel ahead like a marathon to help other people, it has the opposite effect. So there's that balance and that fine line that dance you have to create. Are you leading or are you following? It's key to maintaining your momentum when you're on that endless journey. What can we call it other than endless journey? You know how I like to shift words around. So, because to me, endless, right? There's no end, and yet the word end is in it. What can you shift it to? I have something in mind, but I want to see if you can guess or come up with something that's good too. So I'm just going to pour a glass of water, and water helps to hydrating throughout the day. As much as I want to have a glass of wine, I'm going to have water. I guess I shouldn't talk about wine every single Wellness Wednesday, should I? People might start to think weird things about me. Who cares? Sabrina, you have to fill your cup first. Exactly. See? And I just did. Do you want some? You totally do. Because if you can't give from an empty cup. That's not my original. There she is. Bingo! Infinite Journey. Yay, you got it. Bang on. You were reading my mind. You get an extra card pull tonight. Hey, Renee. Good to see you. Yeah, Jackie, self-care is so important. It is. And, it's something that's so common now, and people say it all the time, that people are starting to get complacent to it. And they're starting to eye roll to it. Oh, self-care. But we need it. It's important. It's part of our infinite journey. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's all I really had to say. And I'd like to pull some cards for people tonight. Excuse me. So I have my Light Seers Tarot. I just happen to have that here. And my Starseed Oracle. Let's go with this one too. So if you want light or starseed, pop in the comments. And Christina says, I agree, self-care needs to continue. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all in how you look at it. So while you're deciding which one you want, starseed or light, I'm going to pull cards for people who are watching this as a replay, and I'm going to pull one of each. And this is also for all of you. All right, so let's see. Talking about the infinite journey, which we've shifted it to. What do we need to know? This one. Isn't that funny? When I was doing this earlier, I thought of this card. I love how the cards work out, right? When you're like, so 4 of Cups, boredom. And when you're so focused on I'm bored, you're missing out on the multicolored, wonderful opportunities that are trying to come your way. So be aware of where you're being complacent and blah with your energy. Look around in the other direction. What are you missing out on? Intuition. I just love ya. All right. Yeah, I love that card too. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. All right. And then I'm going to pull a star seed, and then I'll get to everybody who wants a card. I don't use these enough. They're still like brand spanking new. There's not a crease in them. That other card, I get it so much that there is a crease in that card. So if we were playing cards, that's a marked card, and I would know it when I see it. All right, going to stop shuffling now. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding your vision. Beautiful. So look at that. She's walking into the infinite journey of her life. We are in a real special time right now. Yeah, COVID is still COVIDing out there, but things are shifting and changing. We have so much opportunity to us now. And when everything resets and resettles, we have a new appreciation for being out and about. We know what it's like to be home now. Being out and about, seeing the world from a new lens, a new earth. A new earth. It's still the same earth, right? We see it differently. We see it and feel it differently. Love it. All right. Let me move things out of the way. Wet my whistle. Cheers. You know, for all you know, this is pure vodka, right? You have no clue. Okay, let's go up. Star seed for Renee. All right. Here we go. Renee, what do you need to know about your infinite journey of life? Ooh. All right. Okay, that's too many. I'll take the first one. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy. Physical and emotional healing. Just got to look at it for a second. Wow. Beautiful. Echoes of energy. This feels like the records. I can't even think of the name. The Akashic Records, right? Thank you. As soon as I said that, it came to me. This just feels like there is infinity in the possibilities. And it's funny because to me, I don't feel healing energy here for you, Renee. I feel that as you are up-leveling and upgrading your life, your ability to bring healing to others is amplifying, is strengthening. That's what I feel for you. It's a beautiful card. All right, Sabrina, you want a light card. Okay. I'm actually going to give you both because you got the answer right. You read my mind, the infinite healing, so you get 2 cards. So I'll give you well, if 2 come from the light, they do. Either way, you're getting 2 cards. Okay. So for Sabrina. Yep. Bloop. 2 of them just flipped out. The Emperor and the 9 of Pentacles. So the Emperor, oh yes, working with this, oh, wrong one, working with the sacral energy, bringing harmony and balance, but being strategic with your energy, almost like needing to conserve it, but not in a way that you don't use it. It's so you have that infinite energy for your journey. And I feel that, you know, and it being masculine energy too, it's your dad. There's dad energy here. That one has me a little confused. Maybe it makes sense to you. Hey, Tammy, you were at the grocery store. What'd you buy me? Akashic, yes, thank you. All right, so the other one here, Sabrina, is the 9 of Pentacles. This is fantastic. This is reaping what you've sown and appreciating all that you have. And there's so much more on its way. I love the energy of this card. It's like, hey, I've done the work and look at what I've made. And look, there's more coming and there's more available for everybody. You get a car and you get a car. No. Yeah, good cards. All right, so we got, and Tammy, if you want a card, we have the Light Seers or the Starseed Oracle. Oh, I don't, hey, who has this deck? Any of you own this deck, this Starseed Oracle deck? If you do, what do you think of this crazy, bizarre setup? I guess you kind of know what I think of it. Every time I want to lift it up, like we normally lift decks of cards up, this bloop, it always falls apart. It's supposed to be some, I can't remember how she worded it. I think it's in there. It's the technology of how you can place the cards. I don't know. It's a weird one. Okay. That was random. Tammy said, boring, healthy food. Oh, no, not boring, healthy food. How can you shift it up? You got to watch this from the beginning. We shift the energy from endless journey to infinite journey. So boring, healthy food could be energy feeding food. Gives you energy. May not be the best to, I don't know, you can spice it up. That's what spices are for. Sabrina, I've been thinking of calling him. I'd better get to it. I love the cards. Thank you so much. Oh, hugs and kisses to you too. Well, I'm glad that makes sense for you. Yeah, it was interesting energy. All right, let me go back. Who have I? Christina wants a Starseed card. Okay. Nice. Surrender to the sweetness. This was just on the bottom. I'm going to shuffle again, but surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. It's a little corny, whatever. Rebecca, what's her last name again? Campbell? Yeah. She's definitely got some good energy. All right. What do we have for Christina? And I showed you that card because often the card comes up again, but now that I say that, it may not. Let's see. This one. Different one. Earthed. Learning how to be human. In the world, but not of it. Interesting. Do you ever have the feeling that you're not from here? Like, almost like you're from another dimension. Do you ever have that? Have dreams about that or something? And maybe if you haven't, maybe you will. Just kind of seeing things from a different perspective can really allow your infinite journey to have a lot more spunk to it, for sure. It's an interesting card. And even the words in it, I don't always go by what the words say, just by what came up to me now. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Jackie, you'd like a light card. Okay. Light Seers Tarot. Here we go for Jackie. Oh, that card just flipped right out. 7 of Swords. So, maybe feeling the need to keep an eye on what's going on. Have a vantage point where you can see what's happening. Maybe if there's some controversy or competition going on, it's okay to be prepared and always have that higher vantage point so you can allow yourself to be illuminated by what your intuition is telling you. Blending intellect and intuition together. They're partnered. They're like this. It's not one or the other. They are definitely together. Okay, hope that makes sense. Oh, boring healthy food again. Sorry, Tammy. Yeah, and I think you. Okay, when I got Christina already. Okay, good thing I went back, Jackie, because I think I missed you before. All right, so Tammy, you would like a seeds card. Okay. Okay. Been getting messages of being prepared. All right. Yeah, and I think it's just knowing that when you're open with that intention, things will flow in the moment too. So it's some things you can't prepare for is what's coming, but you can always allow yourself to have that higher vantage point when you just do the work, right? Do the meditation and stay focused on being aware in the moment. Yeah. All right, Tammy. Tammy. Okay, gazillion and a half cards come through. Oh, love it. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission and activation. Love it. Jackie, you were talking about bubble baths. What about star bathing? That sounds pretty cool. Literally at this winter we're having. Bundle up. So Tammy, and it mentions crystal grids. You're in my membership, right? You should check out the crystal grid masterclass we did for the end of January. Or, do your own. I think doing a self grid on yourself, picking some crystals, laying down on the floor, placing them on you, and just allowing the energy to take you away. Calgon, take me away. I'm going to do that. I think we should all do that. Yes. Being at my best or trying to. Awareness. Yeah. I know. Star bath sounds pretty freaking amazing. Well, Christina, wow, interesting, cool cards. You're very welcome. Good. And I think that's everybody. If I miss somebody or somebody wants a card, let me know. And yeah, so we're in full swing in Mercury retrograde. How's that going for everybody? Are you revisiting things that need to be revisited? Because I know that's been happening to me. I've had some stuff come up from for a few days, and that have come up from the past, things that I thought that I had dealt with, and nope, apparently not. So it's getting through some of that old icky stuff that needs to be worked through. So it's important to know that when you do that, you don't have to do it alone. Yeah, you too, Jackie. Yeah. You know, reach out. And I'm not just saying reach out to me, but you can by all means. But reach out to someone who you can trust with how you feel. And you don't have to reveal everything to them. You can just focus on the feelings you're having and allowing yourself to just work through it. You don't have to be alone. Yeah. I do have some crystals. I should just do it. Shitty shoulds, Tammy. Shitty shoulds. Come on. You could do it. Will you? Let us know. Take pictures. I always love all the cards. Thank you for your beautiful energy. I loved spending time with you. Have a great night. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here on Wellness Wednesday. And I hope to see you next week. Same time, hopefully, somewhere around there. And we'll have more wisdom to share with you. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.